Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and Josh Hawley goes on the warpath, exposing just the absolute level of terrible leadership that Merrick Garland has brought to the Attorney General's office. What he exposes is just destructive.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Attorney General Garland, you said in our last exchange that it's your practice to defer to FBI agents in the field when it comes to investigations, apprehensions of subjects. I was interested, given your answer, to read in this morning's Washington Post that the FBI is saying that you overruled them when it came to raiding ex-President Trump's personal residence. Washington Post reports this morning, showdown before the raid, that senior FBI officials who would be in charge of leading the search resisted doing so as too combative and proposed instead to seek Trump's permission to search his property. These field agents wanted to shutter the criminal investigation altogether in early June, the Post reports, but they were overruled by Maine DOJ. So I guess in light of your earlier testimony just this morning, my question is, how often do you overrule FBI field agents for political purposes?
I've skimmed that article. That's not an accurate reflection of what the article says, and I'm not able to comment on the investigation. My comment earlier was about tactics on the ground in particular cases.
Wait. You said it's not I'm reading to you from the article. Quote, senior FBI officials who would be in charge of leading the search resisted the plan as too combative and proposed instead to seek Trump's permission to seek his property, according to 4 people who spoke on condition of anonymity to describe a sensitive investigation, end quote.
Again, I have to say I'm not able to describe the investigation. I will say as a general matter and at a high level of generality, that in my experience, long experience as a prosecutor, there is often a robust discussion, and in the end, and it's encouraged among investigators and prosecutors.
Attorney General, my time is very
made.
Yes, and you made the decision.
I did. That's
right.
Not,
you said you did.
No, I'm sorry. What I said was I approved the decision.
So you didn't make the decision to raid?
I approved the decision to seek a search warrant after probable cause was
overruling the FBI agents who did not want to do so. Did you talk about this with the White House before?
The memorandum does not, Washington Post article does not say what you're saying. I'm sorry. And I'm not able to describe this in any further detail.
I think given that, Mr. Chairman, I'll just ask that this entire article be entered into the record.
Without objection.
And we can read for ourselves. I invite people to go and look. It says exactly that FBI field agents did not want to conduct the raid, and they were overruled by DOJ. So it doesn't seem to me, Attorney General, that the FBI has a lot of confidence in you, because what they're doing clearly is trying to distance themselves from your decisions. They're out there leaking left, right, and center and saying it wasn't us. We didn't want to do it. He made us do it. What's that say about their confidence in your leadership?
No, the previous senator said that they're leaking all in favor of the left. Now you're saying they're leaking all in favor of
I'm asking you my question. Answer my question based on this evidence. Don't dissemble, Attorney General.
Time has expired.
Answer my question.
Time has expired.
Y'all, I'm at a near loss for words about this. So, apparently, just the other day, word leaked that in the Mar-A-Lago raid, which Merrick Garland apparently signed off on, and told agents who were uncomfortable about doing the raid, told them to suck it up, do your job. And it turns out that there was that he allowed an order for lethal force to be used if necessary. This is out of control. This is beyond disheartening. This is destructive. This is the weaponization of the federal government against private citizens. I've got to be very careful about what I say here, because it's hard for me to really wrap my head around it. We have just been told, essentially, that our federal government directly targeted a political opponent and then said, yes, lethal force is authorized. Merrick Garland allowed this. So not only was Josh Hawley hovering over the target, apparently it wasn't even crazy enough. It was even worse. Hey y'all, I just wanted to give a shout out to my friends over at Colonial Metals Group. Their experts understand exactly what they're doing with gold, silver, and other precious metals, unlike our current leadership, which is giving us rampant inflation, terrible Federal Reserve policies, a president that doesn't know what planet he's on, and of course, an out-of-control Congress that won't stop spending. We have to figure out ways to keep our wealth safe. And the best way to do that is to go over to my friends at Colonial Metals Group, because their experts can help you diversify your portfolio, and they've got an amazing offer for first-time accounts. Free gold and silver IRA accounts, insured storage for 5 years, up to $7,500 in silver delivered directly to your home, and a safe to keep all that stuff in. So go over regardless and see what they can do for you and protect your wealth and your future today. Now, back to regularly scheduled programming. How bad is our federal government? How bad are these agencies? How infected and infested are these places? Apparently, there were people that said, no, we don't want to do this. And there's documented evidence that there's sort of been a civil war almost inside of both the CIA and the FBI ever since the Trump-Clinton campaign started going. And we know which side has effectively won. It's not the side of the Trump people. No. It is the Democrat side that says, you know what? Let's use the swamp against our opponents. That's some bananic republic level crap. That is third world country dictatorial garbage. And it is currently being used against American citizens. I am terrified, and you should be too, that a man running for office, for the office of the president, is being targeted to the point where lethal force is allowed in a raid? This should make Watergate look like a tea party. You know what Watergate really was? Go through some other people's files. Shocker, I know. Horrible situation compared to this, obviously. Y'all, this is some next level crap. I don't want... Again, I've got to be very careful. But I'm disheartened by this news. I am just saddened to the point of almost depression that we have a country that now targets its political opponents inside its own country in order to protect one political class. This is just something that doesn't just make me sad, it makes me depressed. And I know I just said that. But y'all, this makes me remember and appreciate Mitch McConnell even more. I know Mitch McConnell is not on a lot of your good lists. All right? And as a matter of fact, he kind of needs to be put out to pasture. But if it were not for Merrick Garland, if it were not for Mitch McConnell, Merrick Garland would be sitting on the Supreme Court. This man is completely incapable of actually prosecuting the laws of the United States. This man is allowing the weaponization of his own department and refuses to do anything about it. This man should not be in office. I hope he gets the Mayorkas treatment, but we know the Democrats don't have the guts to stand up there and say, no, this is wrong. It just makes me sad, y'all. It just makes me sad. And we are now just receiving the information that Merrick Garland isn't just corrupt, he is destructive. The Democrats are out there actively trying to destroy our democracy. And they claim it's the Republicans' fault. I'm terrified, y'all. But I do have some hope. It's not a lot, but it's enough to keep me going. And that is the belief that we can sweep these people out of office in the upcoming election, which I dearly, dearly hope happens. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment here on Politibrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. And until then, y'all have a good one.